Today I want to talk about 3 things I wish we knew before moving to Denmark. Now, we were first of all living in Latvia, and then my wife got a job offer here in Denmark. So we decided we will move to Denmark. So the first thing I wish we knew was the processing time for a residence permit here in Denmark. So before coming, we're told that it would take approximately 30 to 40 days for my residence permit to be out because my wife is European. So we came here with that knowledge, but it took us close to 7 months for my residence permit to be issued. So we did not plan for that. It was just my wife working throughout that 7 months, and you know how Denmark is. Denmark is expensive. I don't need to remind you of that. So we were living off just on her salary, just the two of us, for close to 7 months. So needless to say, that was a very tough time for us. So it's not like my documents had issues or my documents were not completed or there was a problem somewhere. Not at all. So when we called the office of Siri to ask what's going on, why is it delaying, the only reason they were given to us was that they were understaffed and that most of their workers are on vacation. So processing time has been significantly slowed down because of that. So I guess that's the only reason they gave why it took that long for it to be processed. So the second thing I wish we knew before coming to Denmark was how expensive it is to register a foreign car here in Denmark. So we had our car in Latvia and we decided to bring it here, thinking that the process of registration is going to be as easy as it was in Latvia. But we're told we had to pay a certain percentage of the value of the car. And that value is not the value of the car in Latvia, but the value of the car here in Denmark. So when we checked the value of the car here in Denmark, it was like 6 or 7 times what we bought it in Latvia. And the percentage we had to pay to register the car was like almost 3 times or 2.5 times the amount that we bought the car. So it was useless for us to register the car, and we wish we knew that because we would have sold the car in Latvia before coming here. So at the end, we had to scrap the car for zero krona. So it was a loss for us. So if you're thinking of coming to Denmark with your car and register it here, if you are not rich, you better sell the car before you come to Denmark. The third thing I wish we knew was how difficult it is to get an apartment here in Denmark. That was one of the things that we were really surprised about, because back in Latvia, if you have your money for your apartment, the same day you can move in. So it's money that talks back in Latvia, and in most places that I've lived, it doesn't take this long to get an apartment. So when we go to websites, these housing companies, their website, and we're trying to apply for apartments and houses, we see waiting time there 30 years. It was a shocker for us. We were shocked. Waiting time 30 years to have an apartment. It was a shock for us, for both me and my wife. And we thought we were just going to live in that friend's place for like maybe 1 or 2 months, and then we get our own place. But we ended up living there for 1 full year before we were able to have this apartment that we are currently living in. Now the main question: do you regret coming to Denmark? it is actually one of the best decisions I've ever taken in my life. All of these things, I'm glad I did not know them, because if I knew them, maybe I wouldn't have been okay for us to come here. But thank God I did not know them and we came anyway. And I don't regret it at all coming here. Denmark for me is the best place in the whole world to live and raise a family. Yes, it has its own flaws just like everywhere else, but for me, it's the best. Tell me what you think about these 3 points in the comments. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.